What's up, guys? Welcome back. In today's video we have a pretty solid set by a friend of mine, Ross, who has been on the channel before, but he's using a Medicham with Psychic and Ice Punch, which hasn't really been seen a lot so far in Go Battle League, so I thought it was pretty interesting. He's also using Galarian Stunfisk and Galvantula, which is pretty meta right now, but having that Medicham lead is pretty interesting. So we're going to have a look at this set. And before we do, a couple things. I want to give a shout out to Banana Ben for doing my first fan art. So he sent me an email and he did a fan art of me as like a Pokemon trainer, which I thought was awesome. So I'm going to put the image up there for you to look at. Thank you so much for that. That was very awesome of you to do that. And then second, in terms of pronunciation, I keep forgetting. People mention in the comments, and I keep forgetting, but I will get to those, I promise. But one of the ones I have been pronouncing wrong was Gardevoir. I've been saying Gardevoir like all the time. It's like not horrible pronunciation, but it's Gardevoir, not Gardevoir. So checked with the anime, and the book also agreed, same pronunciation. So yeah, Gardevoir. So very interesting. And one of my favorite Pokemon, by the way, for Great League, especially the Shadow version, because it just hits like a truck. But anyways, let's get into the battles and see how Ross handles. He actually had some pretty favorable leads in this set, but he did have a couple neutral leads, and he did lose a lead once. So we're going to see how he plays. And this is a favorable lead here against the Galarian Stunfisk, and they're going to switch out into Azumarill. And then this is going to be a pretty easy matchup for the Galvantula. Just want to throw straight Discharge. And the Azu decides to shield this one, which is interesting. A lot of times they'll usually let it go to kind of get, the Stunfisk back in, but it looks like they wanted to burn a shield, and so that was also a pretty good strategy, staying in to burn a shield, because when you're behind, I guess, burning shields can be advantageous for you in the end game. So that's what they try to do. Comes back in with the Galarian Stunfisk, but Ross is going to put a lunge on it, and that'll lower the attack, and then gonna let it go. I imagine definitely no point in shielding at this point. Even throwing another lunge wouldn't be worth it. So yeah, gonna let it go. Come back in with the Medicham to farm up some energy. And then I imagine this might be an Earthquake, actually. Yeah, so that was an Earthquake. So unlucky there with the shield, but didn't do a whole lot of damage because of the lowered attack, so that was pretty nice. And then throws an Ice Punch, which is double super effective against a Tropius. This is a Tropius, not a shiny Skarmory. I'm paying better attention this time, but gonna get hit with the Leaf Blade on the Stunfisk, and then this should just be straight Rock Slide from here. I think it'll probably take 2 to KO from this range, but it's gonna be really close. By the way, the Mud Shots are triple resisted, so they're not gonna do absolutely anything. You're only gonna win this match by doing charge moves. Farming would be very dangerous. So definitely, he's not taking any chances. He's gonna throw the Rock Slide, gonna get the last shield, and it had a hair bit of lag there. The lag has been still for me. I did 4 sets just now before I recorded this. This is technically Friday, but I didn't have too much lag. It thankfully hasn't affected any of my matches, but I did hear there's an update coming out, 1.8 or 0.187.2 or something like that. Hopefully it'll be coming out tomorrow. I'm not sure. I just heard from it was like one of the data miner Twitter pages. So yeah, but he takes that game pretty handily. Pretty easy, straightforward win there, and congrats on the 2500 win. That is impressive. 2500 wins. Awesome to get it on recording. But anyways, yeah, update. Hopefully she'll be coming out this weekend. Crossing my fingers. And then another advantageous lead here against the Abomasnow. Abomasnow is very spammy though. It takes, I believe, 5 Powder Snows to get to that Weather Ball. So it's not the easiest Pokemon to beat. You can see there is actually ahead on health right now, so Ross will have to shield this one. Because, yeah, you don't want to lose this matchup, because the counters do super effective damage, so in theory you should be able to win this. He's going to undercharge the Psychic. Very good undercharge there, but they decided to switch out. So giving up switch advantage either way. And then, again, when you come into Azu, you have to autopilot switch into Galvantula. You don't want to accidentally switch into the wrong Pokemon like I've done sometimes before. Recently, too. So annoying. But, yeah. Gonna come in with the Galvantula and just shock this Azumarill out of existence. And Azumarill didn't shield there, so it's probably trying to purposely go down, but then it shields that one. So that was kind of interesting that he shielded the second one, not the first one, but it's okay. So gonna tank the Ice Beam, so very gutsy. Oh, actually didn't have any shields, never mind. couldn't shield that one either way, but is able to tank the Ice Beam and then throws another lunge at the Galarian Stunfisk. He is behind in shields in here, so it's going to be kind of a close match. I'm going to do the Ice Punch. It will go shielded. And then, yeah, this is definitely, if this is an Earthquake, it's for sure going to KO. So now has to come in with his own Galarian Stunfisk and really cannot afford to get hit with Earthquake. Yeah, this probably will be another Earthquake, but if he can farm down, or at least get enough so that he can get to a Rock Slide before the Abomasnow gets to something, this should be a good games here. So, ooh, gonna try to switch, gonna try to avoid getting hit. Ooh, it's gonna be crazy. Okay, so he just is able to farm it down. Alright, so yeah, that was close. So you could tell he was trying to switch there because he was keeping an eye on the energy for Abomasnow and didn't want to get hit with anything to knock it out. So yeah, good, very, very good game there. Little crazy at the end, a little tension, but that was really good finish. Alright, third game, we have Whiscash. Okay, this is like a pretty neutral matchup because you can win depending on your opponent's shielding, or you can lose depending on how you shield. And Whiscash is a very, very bait Pokemon. And you're going to see right here, Ross was predicting a Mud Bomb and guessed incorrectly, gets hit with a Blizzard, which has been buffed in Season 4. Alright, maybe even the end of Season 3. I forget, but it does, I think, 10 more damage than before. So definitely not a move you want to get hit with. Even if you're neutral to it, you don't want to get hit with it. So he shields the Mud Bomb, trying to stay alive to win this matchup with an Ice Punch. But the opponent is going to shield now. And so now it's really, I believe, yeah, Whiscash will get to the charge move first. And at this point, he decides to save the shield, so he loses switch advantage. So let's see how he comes back here. He's going to actually go for the farm down with Galvantula, but they switch out. So that was a very interesting play into a Skarmory, no less. So that was kind of not the best play, in my opinion, because, well, maybe he didn't want it to farm. In Toxicroak, that's kind of tough. Maybe they could have just let the first Pokemon go down and then came in with Toxicroak and, you know, tried to avoid getting hit with the discharge, because that does a ton of damage on Skarmory and you put yourself in a rough position. So anyways, yeah, so this Galvantula is just doing so much damage to this team. Wow, one shots the Toxicroak from there. It's going to finish the Whiscash, and wow, yeah, Galvantula is so powerful. Honestly, a lot of people do think it's going to get nerfed in the near future with Lunge doing less damage, and I think that is very possible. It's just very, very powerful if you don't run into like a Bastiodon like this in this case. So this looks to be a Grass Hole team. As you see the Bastiodon lead, Razor Leaf in the second slot, probably a Razor Leaf in the third spot. So definitely going to just throw Lunges. No point in throwing Discharge because I believe those are resisted from the grass typing. So yeah, just gonna throw straight lunge, and most likely gonna get the shield burned, because if you're on the other end of this team, you want to win switch advantage. But that's actually interesting that they let it go. They're looking to farm, but then yeah, Medicham's just gonna come back in. So this is a tough. That's one of the problems with the Grass Hole team. You have to win either the lead, or you got to win the switch advantage back when you switch. And it's very hard to do against a Galvantula. So yeah, so that's going to be tough. And they have a Shiftry, so very interesting. A grass quick move Shiftry, Bullet Seed. But yeah, those counters are going to be doing super effective damage because of its dark typing. And going for the Undercharge, not even going to swipe a single bubble. Very, very good Undercharge, gets an extra counter. Very well done there. Well played. You can see the experience that Ross has with undercharging. Very, very comfortable doing that. And there you go. They're going to concede the match, and it's going to go 4-0 and going into the last game against MFK Sash. And by the way, this was like really close to the end of rank 7. You're going to see what happens at the end. Okay, Meganium. This is a lead depending on how you shield. You can either win or lose, depending on your opponent too. So let's see if he decides to tank a Frenzy Plant. He is going to tank it. It does more than 50% damage, or just about 50%, maybe a little bit more than that. But he's in the yellow, and then throws an Ice Punch, and now they switch out. Okay, so they give up switch advantage. So Ross is now in a commanding position because now he can make a decision what to do. He's going to switch into the Galvantula and then just probably go the bug move for the neutral damage. I believe it's neutral. I think Ghost resists bug, if I'm not mistaken. The shield is pink, so that tells me that it is neutral. So yeah, the dark typing though is weak to bug, so it's definitely a good move to throw. It lowers their attack. It's like a win-win. So you gotta just do that. And then gonna go for the double shield to win the switch advantage. So that's a very good play. And you definitely want to farm up a lot of energy if the Meganium comes back in, which it is coming back in. You got to keep an eye on the top right corner of your screen because that's the first thing you can see when they throw the Pokemon in, so you know what Pokemon they're going to throw in. Otherwise, if you have sound on, you can listen for the quick moves. But yeah, pay attention to one of those two things. Otherwise, you're going to miss out. Okay, so it comes in with the Skarmory, and yeah, Skarmory is not going to be able to beat that Stunfisk. And we're going to go 5-0 set. Very, very well played. And check this out. He's going to claim his rewards. Gets a Dino. And he's going to do a quick catch, but I'm just going to fast forward. And hits rank 8. So very, very well played. Good job, Ross. Thank you for submitting the battles. And tomorrow's video is going to be quite a spicy Pokemon. So you are good. I mean, it's up there in the spicy rank. So if you're going to want to watch that, hit that like button and subscribe if you want to be notified. Hit the notification bell for the next video and future videos. Thank you guys so much for those of you who hit the notification bell. Really, really appreciate it. It means a lot to me and all you guys for watching, commenting. Thank you so much. Hope you have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow.